I assume you have nothing to report?
Wrong.
Alright, explain. Are the clerics responsible for the attack?
Not the clerics. The outlaws. One of them, at least.
What are you talking about? Skibor would never have gotten involved with them.
Not willingly, no. But he was being used and they made him into a living bomb. And it's all thanks to you.
How dare you! You're standing in front of a commander of the Albs!
Spare me the theatrics. I want to help you.
Help me? Ha! Nobody can help me.
I can try. But you need to be honest for once.
Alright, fine. No more lies. Skibor had to supply me with Elex. I couldn't think of another way out. You can't imagine what it's like. All I do, every day, all day, is pass down judgments. Every one means a death. And the bodies pile up and up. The lifeless faces blur together. But I do it. And I deal with it, and I make more hard decisions, and I always put efficiency first. I always promote our vision. And I use Elex to help me forget. To blunt these emotions and leave me cold. But the normal ration's not enough. Skibor understood that. More than anybody else. And now you're here. And holding up the mirror to me.
She's suffering. Can't you see that?
I've just made everything worse. There's no future for me.
Who says your future lies with the Albs? You could work for the clerics.
Me? For the clerics? Huh. They would never.
Refuse a helping hand? Correct.
You're hard to understand. Why are you doing this? Why are you helping me?
I promised a friend.
A friend? Who?
Zarek.
Zarek? Did I hear you right? I thought he hated you. In fact, your dislike of each other is the reason you were sent off together. As a distraction to stop attention landing on me. Guess I failed at that too. Where is he anyway?
He's not coming back. And neither should you. Now don't make me ask you again. Go to the clerics. If Hagen digs his heels in, tell him I sent you. He owes me a favor.
Right away. I just have to pack up my kit. My final order is, report to Azok. It's up to him to officially close this investigation. Tell him about my misconduct. Maybe it'll help him to appoint a more capable successor. Oh, and Jax.
Thank me another time.
So long.
Excellent.
The attack on the silo has been cleared up.
I expected a report from my personal agent. Where's Zarek?
Dead.
And the circumstances of his death?
I'd need more time.
No need. Let's get back to the attack. Summarize the facts. Focus on information about the Initiator and possible accomplices. The Initiator first. Who was it?
An outlaw. He was pursuing his own agenda.
His status.
Eliminated.
Good. Any retaliatory measures will be taken in due course. Now the accomplices. Who was involved and in what capacity?
Skibor was a victim of circumstance. His cover was blown in the crater and they made him into a living bomb.
How did he get exposed?
It was Irissa's fault. She used him to get herself some Elex.
I feared for some time she was abusing her post. Now I'm sure. All told, we are down in Elex Silo, a scout and a commander. Under these circumstances, I'm counting on you rejoining us. I'm in desperate need of a replacement for Zarek. Think it over. Being with the Albs is your destiny.
What's the situation here?
These new enemies are putting considerable pressure on us. Keeping them in check ties up resources and creates gaps in our organizational structure. Bridging those gaps will be your responsibility.
The area around the bastions should be safe enough now.
Good. Then it's time to take a look at these walls. They're falling apart. I heard there's a retired master builder living somewhere on the bastion's outskirts. I'm not sure if he was ever responsible for the upkeep of the walls, but maybe he can be persuaded to do it now anyway. It would be a huge step forward. I believe the old builder's name is Gardock.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. In the meantime, I'll continue studying your infection. It looks like we're ready to start organizing ourselves. We're both too busy to deal with everything that needs doing. And the more people we have here, the more we'll need a good leader. A commander who can keep all of our fighters under control. We can't let anarchy take root here. Or our little sixth power project will have failed before it's even begun.
I think I found our commander, Warlord Theog down at the World Heart. He'd be perfect for us. I'm just not sure he'll be willing to go along with your great plan.
Hey, this is your plan as much as mine. I'd never be able to do it alone, and you know that.
About the military forces of the other factions. The Berserker Fort now has a better military structure than when it was under outlaw control.
Quite. The plan to unite the outlaw and Berserker factions in the fort seems to have been successful.
Patriarch Victor seems to be the actual head of the Morcons. He's a volatile one. We'll have to watch out for him.
Good to know. But if we're being honest, that probably applies to all Morcons.
The Albs have an enormous supply of Elex stored in their depot. That's where they get their power.
Well, that explains why Ignadon is suddenly covered in a blanket of snow.
Alexander Ekrom does a good job of leading the Albs. He's smart, and gives them tremendous stability. For now, at least.
Yes. Intellect was never the Albs' biggest problem, but they have plenty of other things to contend with.
The outlaws have settled in the garbage-filled crater of the comet. There still aren't many of them, but things won't stay that way for long.
Smart move. Stay in the background for the time being, gather strength. Doesn't help us much at the moment, though.
The Duke of Ateris could be dangerous. He's nothing but a criminal. A very successful one.
Better keep an eye on him, then. We can't afford any surprises.
The clerics are only just getting back on their feet. Not much help at the moment.
And we mustn't forget that they were driven out of their land. It will take some time for those wounds to heal.
Judicator Reinhold has his hands full getting the clerics back into shape.
Ah, a familiar name. Well, at least we know who we're dealing with when the time comes.
Isn't that enough?
Yes, we have enough information about the other factions now. Good work. Give me some time to analyze everything, and we'll be able to move on to the next step.
Time to check our progress.
All right, what do we still need to do?
Well, the Bastion still isn't fortified well enough. The Bastion needs a good builder. We need another commander to manage future troops. I'll have to start thinking about who I want as comrades in arms. And let's not forget, there's the small matter of my infection. That's for you to deal with.
Good. Then we know it needs to be done. And remember, the sooner you join a faction...
Yeah, I know. Things will be harder without the kind of training and equipment I can get from them.
That's right. I'll let you know as soon as I have anything new to report.